Happy New Year again, y'all. This is not just a 2024 thing, but this is things that I'm done doing, period. Okay? Number one, I am done condensing myself to make other people comfortable.
Mom, y'all got dressed already.
You got your clothes on?
Yeah.
Okay, son, you can eat a snack.
Okay.
The first thing, let me explain to y'all what I mean by this. There's been multiple times in my life, yes, recently, but also in the past when I was in a domestic violence situation, where I would have an idea. I would speak up about said idea. And then nobody in the room would understand how it was going to work, how it was going to make it. They wouldn't have any faith in me. So I would condense myself and I would change my idea up a little bit. Either that or I just never speak on it again. I'm not doing that no more. If God put something on my heart, yes, son.
We don't have a table.
We do have a table, son. Just go sit down on your mat, son.
Okay.
If God...
My mat is not laid out. My mat is not laid out.
Come on.
Okay,
Eat it in the kitchen, buddy. You don't need a table or a mat right now. It's 7 o'clock in the morning, dude. Go sit down.
Okay.
Anyways, if God put something on my heart, then I am most definitely going to do it, going to pursue it, going to say it, because power of life and death is in the tongue. So if you continue to allow people to make you back up and be like, I'm probably not going to do that, or you right, maybe. That's the devil. That's the enemy. It might be people who think that they wish you well, that wish you the best. But somebody telling you that you can't do something just because they can't see it happening is crazy. Especially somebody like me. I'm a multitasker. I've always gotten multiple things done at once. That's how I moved through school. That's how I moved through life. I get a little frustrated and a little chaotic in my head when I only got one thing going on. When I don't understand, like, okay, how is this going to get done while I'm doing this? I like to be handling more than one thing at once. So I understand that God has showed me how to kind of alleviate like the stress of doing so much at once, but I'm not the type of person to just sit idly by and watch my life go by while I just focus on one thing. That's never been me. That's not the type of personality I've ever had. And I'm no longer going to act like that's me just because other people don't understand how I can get more than one thing done at once. Outside of that, another thing I'm done doing is questioning my parenting. Kids will be kids. And I know that sounds cliche, but it's true. Coming from a family where my mom and dad had 5 kids together, my dad had 4 kids, and I had so many cousins, all this always over our house. I'm so used to seeing kids be kids, right? I didn't grow up in a household where it's just me and my siblings and that's it. And I had multiple siblings. But even as an adult and a young adult, a teenager as well, all of my siblings have kids. I have almost 20 nephews and nieces, and that's not including my kids. So I've taken care of a lot of kids. I've watched a lot of kids be taken care of as well. I've been in a lot of rooms with kids. I've had kids at my house for weeks. I've had kids at my house for months. I've taken care of my nephews since I was 19 years old. I'm 31 now. So I have a lot of things that have happened before I even had kids when I was 25. So with that being said, I know a lot. And I'm tired of questioning what I know as a parent, just because other parents tell me that I'm not being a good parent. I know for a fact that there are things I can do better, and I'm working on it, and I welcome all the constructive criticism. But just criticism just to criticize, criticism without help, criticism without construction, criticism that's judgmental, I'm done with that. Keep that to yourself. I love you, but I love my kids, and I love myself, and I love God enough to say, I'm cool on that advice, but thank you for it. Another thing that I am done with doing in 2024 is acting like I don't want to be a wife. Okay? I got married at 22 and divorced at 25. But we were together ever since I was 19. Okay? Or was I 21 when I married him? 22 or 21? I don't know. Either way, I got married very young. Don't throw that away. Don't throw it away. I got married very young. And throughout that process of me being married, I was a very attentive wife. I was a very nurturing wife. Yes.
in my backpack?
Yes.
Okay.
I was a very attentive wife, a very nurturing wife. I took care of his maybe baby that he never found out was his or not. I took care of his younger siblings. I took care of his mom at one point in time. His mama and his younger siblings were living with us at one point in time. I helped him find his father, who he hadn't saw since he was a baby. I was financially taking care of him because he wouldn't keep a job. I was there for him. I was being cheated on, disrespected, hit, all of that. Eventually I left. A lot happened. My book will be published soon. But outside of that, the next relationship that I was in from 25 to 29, I had 3 kids consecutively. And that was only 3.5 years being with him. And we had 3 kids. And I was being abused every single day. Mental abuse was through the roof. I had never been talked to the way this man talked to me. You want to be talked to crazy? Get you a crip that don't know his daddy, that wasn't raised by his mama, that don't care about nobody, that don't even respect his grandma. Get one of those if you want to be disrespected. No, but for real, I think I've never been called half the names that he came up with to call me. Never been hit as hard as he hit me. Never had jaw or ribs broken until I got with him. Never been stumped. Well, no, my ex-husband stumped me before. Never been stumped to the degree that he stumped me before. Never had guns pulled on me before him. He did a lot. And so that was a total of about 10.5 years between the two of them. I only had a 2-month break in between those 2 abusive situations. And I was financially, emotionally, physically drained after those 2 relationships that I tried the other gender after I left him. I moved my kids out of town and I tried another gender. That didn't work either. She was using me too. So I decided I just wasn't going to date. I even tried dating a church guy for a couple weeks. That didn't happen either. I hate just thinking about it. So anyways, I didn't think I had a good picker. I was like, I'm not a good picker. In all actuality, I just love everybody to life. So I love them for their potential. So I feel the energy that they could have if they followed God, if they changed their mind. And I love them like they've reached that potential before they reach it. God is near and dear to the brokenhearted. So my heart has always been broken. And I see when other people's hearts are broken, and I'm a healer. So I want to heal them. Let me heal you. But when you are trying to heal somebody from inside of a relationship, they have direct access to your heart, to your finances, to your emotions, and to your life. So you're attaching yourself to someone who is choosing to stay broken. When you're choosing to grow, they're going to clip your wings and stop your growth. So I learned to start ministering people from a distance. So now I'm able to say, I do want to be a wife. I understand that I was not choosing correctly, and now I vet properly. So I'm not going to wind up in the same situation because I'm not the same girl anymore. Never will be. I've grown into a very godly woman, and I will not allow anybody to treat me the way that any of my exes have ever treated me. So I want to be a wife. In 2024, I'm not acting like I don't want to. I'm going to continue to be me. But I know that somebody is going to love me and my 5 children. One is my nephew, but they're my children, right? I know somebody's going to love me and my 5 children like there's no tomorrow, because we don't deserve the things that we went through. My nephew is 12. He'll be 13 in a couple weeks. I have a 6-year-old girl, a 4-year-old girl, a 3-year-old boy, and a 2-year-old girl. When we moved here, all my kids were under the age of 4. I've been single since then. It's been over 2 years since we've been here. It'll be 3 years in September. I deserve to be treated with respect. I deserve love. I don't deserve to just be single for the rest of my life because somebody didn't get it right. So I love God, I trust God, and I trust Him for that kingdom spouse that He has for me. What are your New Year's resolutions, or the things that you're going to allow God to do in your life this year? I want to know. Leave me a comment. God bless you. And be looking out for my book, Faith, Family, Freedom, the Rosie